In my birthplace of Abaco, it is the 15th of February 2026. The word on the street is that Kai Mills is encouraging people in Dundastown to vote for Kai Mills. Wow. I'm encouraging everybody and anybody to understand the process and the corruption within the PLP. If you're not voting in polling division number 10, Central Pines, Murphytown 9 and 8, you can't support me. The government said that you can transfer your voter's registration card, and the reason they did it, not because of Bahamians. They don't give a hell if Bahamians come to the poll. They say if anybody in the bushes can point to the map in the bushes, that's Harrison Thompson, and said that you are registering, transferring to vote in this district, nobody at the registration department have the rights to tell you otherwise. But in Marsh Harbor, they are threatening people and telling them that Harrison Thompson gonna come and not out of Nassau and change what the people say. There's nobody in the registration department under the administrator that knows exactly where nobody lives. I've seen the corruption, and who do you report the corruption to besides taking the picture? I see a particular girl in the administrative office. Every time there's somebody there that can't speak English, she comes outside of the administrative office and registers these people. It's a lady from North Abaco that brings them. The chairman of the PLP, Anastasia, she's up there with her corrupt self and trying to indicate and dictate where people should register. She have a girl that is working with her. I could call her name. She is registering people that can't speak English. I'm talking to people. I say, you know who I am? No talkie, no speaky. Well, if she can't and they can't communicate with me, how could they communicate with somebody that the government is paying to make sure it's right? Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. If you can't speak English, and when they are calling your name and giving you the instruction, and if you cannot understand English, you will not be voting in North Abaco. That is why the word on the street is that Kai Mills is personally telling people how to transfer legally their voter's card to vote for Kai Mills. Harrison Thompson ought to resign because we have one parliamentary register that governs the general election and the local government election. And what Harrison Thompson knows that did is corrupt. The government is saying that Dundastown 10 and 11 is in Marsh Harbor. But Harrison Thompson and the administrator is saying that we still have a Dundastown Town Committee that includes polling division 10, 11, and 12 that they turn into 10. Make it right. Make it make sense. How can, at the same time, simultaneously, Dundastown is a part of Southern Central, but the chairman of Dundastown has been transferred to South and Central Abaco? That means that there's only one district in Dundastown is unrepresented. That is Central Pine does not have a chairman. by what the PLP has done, there is no such thing as local government in Dundestown, because we are now Mashabian, and you cannot have two chairmen. You can't have Roscoe as the chairman, and you can't have the chairman of Dundestown a chairman in Mashaba. He is now Mashaba. By extension of what the PLP has done, the chairman of Dundestown is no longer chief councillor. So every check that he signs as chief councillor is corrupt, because he was elected by Dundestown people and became chief councillor by the very virtue of him being the chairman of Dundestown. How could we now tell Dundestown people that they cannot register in North Abaco when we don't have any Dundestown on the map? But the administrator is saying that there's still a local government in Dundestown, when the parliamentary secretary himself said that there's no Dundestown. They're just a bunch of corrupt, no good, weightless PLP. Dundestown, 10 and 11. If you don't transfer your voters card to vote for me, after the election, you will go to whoever you vote for in South and Central. This is your last opportunity to register to vote for Kyle Mills, and you have to register in Central Pines 10 or Murphy Town 9 or 8. It's called transferring your registration, and under the law, it is legal. Kai said so.